shots with people. And our new town around Paris don't have this all-day life. It's more or less more dwelling. It's changing a little bit. This was a good example, and I was intrigued or fascinated by the fact that apparently the authority of Almere should have chosen to wait 30 years, no, for building the center. I found that very, very clever. In fact, it was the contrary that in my period of studies, the idea was to create the initium of a city, like the first center, and after that it grows like a botanic idea. I found very clever to wait for doing the center. This is to wait to understand how the life is going. Maybe at this moment you can imagine. I didn't know, I was not really thinking of symbol, it was unconscious. But thinking you are inside a city which is really alive, and we had discussion with Rem Koolhaas and Oma at the beginning, and MAB, about the fact that there was important commercial streets which were arriving there in this block. And it's true, it was interesting to feel that the life was yet there. Generally, when you are doing a building, the life has to come from the building, more or less, especially in urbanism. it was there, and I will present this building that you know, the Citadel, and after that show some example of different type of neighborhood that I've been working, especially Masséna in Paris, to feel what's in relation, and after that some other building. And the line of the lecture could be about the fact that I am moved by architecture, mainly because we are moving in it. I think motion, the fact you discover the space, you discover by motion in the time, in a sequence of time. It's not something you have entirely under your conscious immediately. And this is important for architecture. This is extremely important for city. And what is the way you are doing? It's through streets. For this reason, we have to invent or reinvent what could be today a street. I'm working mainly on this, and public spaces. And the streets, they are not only something functional. This is in fact like in the computer, the way you are finding quickly where you are. It's not only something practical, it's the way you organize your feeling of you in the society. And the space is very important. I will, maybe if I have time, I will speak more of that after, because I was thinking about that this last week, especially with this financial crisis that we are in. We have the feeling that this crisis is a lot about the crisis of the immaterial, the non-material, which is excellency of technology, which has been raising the development of the economy since 20, 30 years. This non-material excellency is what is masterizing the distances. It's masterizing the fact that you are very near that with somebody which is 1,000 kilometers through computer, through phone, of course. And this non-material relation are changing totally our feeling of the relation of the body with what is around us. The hierarchy of the proximity is exploded, and we have some difficulty to think about what is the city when maybe 50% or 60% of our mind is in fact in relation with something which is very far from the immediate environment. When we are speaking about architecture and urbanism, at first we are speaking about this material, immediate environment, this proximity. And this is probably the thing that our epoch is has most important difficulty to set, to control, and it's clearly, strongly appearing when we are thinking about large city, but it's obvious when we are thinking about even any kind of city. So I was very interested in the fact that Almere seems to be a real city with this quality of proximity. At the same time, people here are connected with Rotterdam, Amsterdam, and New York or Africa or Switzerland, or I don't know. It's clearly this, what we have a word in French which is ubiquity. Ubiquité, I don't know if in English it's used. Same, ubiquity, which is the definition of our condition today.